Social media is full of videos claiming that our cosmetics and toiletries are killing us. Parabens and endocrine disruptors are apparently giving us breast cancer. But what is a paraben? And do you really need to throw your toxic toiletries away? The quick answer is your cosmetics aren't killing you. You don't need to worry about parabens. But if you want to know why, keep watching. So what is a paraben? Well, parabens are chemicals that act like preservatives. They are naturally found in fruits like blueberries and grapes, as well as rivers, soil and house dust. There are also man-made parabens that are found in your makeup and toiletries. What do they do? So parabens stop bacteria and mold growing in your moisturiser and toothpaste. They extend the shelf life so your toiletries last for months, not weeks. Why do people think they cause cancer? It all comes from a now deleted Facebook post. It said that 99% of cancer is caused by parabens in beauty and skin products and home fragrances. Now that quote came from someone who misread a 2012 study by Professor Philippa Darber. She studied breast tumours and found that 99% of them contained parabens. The Facebook post's author wrongly assumed that parabens cause breast cancer. In 2023, an Elle magazine article said, anyone who's skincare aware will recognise one of the biggest names on the naughty list, parabens. A consultant dermatologist who sells her own paraben-free products said that the beauty industry needs to start paying more attention to what we are recommending consumers put on their skin. And if a consultant dermatologist has said it in Elle magazine, surely it must be true. Now, American retailers like Sephora have clean beauty aisles and they ban products with parabens. There are even breast cancer organisations calling for a ban of parabens. Breast Cancer Action in the States calls out corporations and regulatory agencies that allow for the use of toxic chemicals that have been linked to the increased risk for breast cancer, including parabens that are potentially carcinogenic. How are parabens meant to cause breast cancer? Well, a small number of studies in rats have shown that parabens can act like estrogen. And that's why parabens have also been called endocrine disruptors. And because parabens can be absorbed through the skin, they are now potentially dangerous. A woman's lifetime exposure to estrogen is linked to a higher risk of breast cancer. Estrogen can also stimulate and speed up breast cancer growth. Therefore, parabens can increase the risk of breast cancer because they can act like estrogen. And it all sounds very convincing, but before you throw your moisturiser away, here's the actual truth. Those rat studies found that a paraben would have to be 10,000 times more potent as an endocrine disruptor to have the same effect as an oral estrogen supplement like the contraceptive pill. 10,000 times. And we know that the increase in breast cancer risk from taking the pill every day for 10 years is tiny. If women in their 20s took the pill for 15 years, an extra 8 in 100,000 women would get breast cancer. And the parabens in your cosmetics are 10,000 times weaker than the oral contraceptive pill. Now, some alternative cancer sites, wellness influencers and cosmetic firms have used the term mimics estrogen and endocrine disruptor to scare us into buying their paraben-free products. Is there any evidence to prove that parabens are safe? A 2005 review of all the evidence to date about the estrogenic effect of parabens based on the maximum daily exposure found that parabens could not increase the risk associated with exposure to estrogenic chemicals like the oral contraceptive pill. In a nutshell, parabens do not cause cancer because they act like estrogen. The most potent paraben, called butyl paraben, was up to 100,000 times less estrogenic than the natural estrogen our bodies make. But what about phytoestrogens and endocrine disruptors? So we are all exposed to natural endocrine disruptors every day as part of our normal diet. Parabens and phytoestrogens are found in plants like soya beans, cabbage, garlic and coffee. The phytoestrogens in our food are over 1 million times stronger than the parabens in our makeup and shampoo. And none of these foods have been linked to breast cancer as part of a healthy diet. So what's the bottom line? Parabens do not cause breast cancer. The American Cancer Society, the FDA, the Cosmetic Ingredient Review Organisation, the Scandinavian Society of Cosmetic Chemicals and CRUK have all reviewed the available literature. They concluded that parabens are safe and they do not cause cancer. Now, whilst Professor Philippa Darber did find that 99% of the samples of breast cancer from 40 women contained parabens, she did not analyse normal breast tissue to see if it contained parabens as well. She never claimed that parabens cause breast cancer. That was not the purpose of her study. She even published a letter in a scientific journal to debunk the Facebook myth, but the damage had already been done. Parabens and breast cancer were now linked in the public eye. So what happens to the parabens we absorb from cosmetics? It is true that parabens can be absorbed through the skin and they are excreted in your urine. Lobby groups, some cosmetic companies and influencers say that parabens are still acting like endocrine disruptors when you absorb them, but they are wrong. Enzymes in your skin rapidly break down parabens before they reach your blood. So even if you did absorb a large volume of parabens from your moisturiser, less than 1% of them will be active. If you want more proof that parabens are safe, check out this excellent blog on the Oncology Nurse Advisor website. Are paraben-free cosmetics better for us, even if they don't cause cancer? Well, it all depends on what the word better means to you. Parabens are the safest and the best preservatives available at the moment. Paraben-free products have to use alternatives. Now, these include acids like formaldehyde, benzoic acid and potassium sorbate. They're not so natural after all. What is worse is that they only stop fungi growing. Dipping a dirty finger into a tub of pricey paraben-free face cream could let bacteria grow. And did you know that several companies have had to recall products because they were contaminated with mold and bacteria? Other natural preservatives like citric acid and grapeseed oil work really well in the labs, but they are less effective in real life. Also, grapeseed oil can interfere with some drugs. Paraben-free alternatives can also cause serious allergic reactions. So the paraben-free products that claim to stop you getting cancer or prevent it coming back are really only good for the person who's selling them. The products may only last for weeks instead of months because of the risk of bacterial contamination, so you end up buying more and throwing away more products. And these cosmetics and toiletries are actually less safe and potentially more toxic than those containing parabens. So what's the bottom line? If you want to use paraben-free products, go ahead. Do it because you like the product, you love the branding, the smell or the feel of them. Don't buy them because you think they are safer or they're going to stop you getting cancer. And make sure your hands are clean before you use them and always check the expiry date. I'm Dr. Liz O'Riordan, the breast surgeon with breast cancer. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. And if you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, please get in touch. I do the research so you don't have to.